Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we diving into a topic that affects all of us in this digital age. Phishing and online scams, it's something that can happen to anyone, but with a little knowledge, you can become a pro at spotting and avoiding these digital traps. So, what exactly is phishing? Think of it like a fisherman casting a line, but instead of fish, they're trying to catch your personal information. Scammers send out deceptive emails, texts, or messages that look like they're from a legitimate company like your bank, a popular online store, or even a social media platform you use every day. Their goal is to trick you into clicking a malicious link or giving away sensitive data like your passwords, credit card numbers, or social security number. It's a huge problem, and these scammers are getting more and more sophisticated. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to protect yourself. First, let's break down the most common type of phishing. Email scams. You've probably seen them in your inbox. They might have an urgent subject line like your account has been suspended, or unusual sign-in activity. This sense of urgency is a classic scammer tactic. They want you to panic and act quickly without thinking. So, the first rule is to always stay calm and scrutinize the email. Look at the sender's email address. Scammers often use addresses that are just slightly off from the real thing. For example, instead of support@yourbank.com,
it might be support@yourbank.com with AC instead of AK.
Or maybe it comes from a generic email provider like Gmail or Outlook, which a real bank would never use for official communication. Hover your mouse over any links in the email before you click them. Don't just trust the text that says click here to log in. When you hover, your browser or email client will show you the actual destination URL. If that URL looks suspicious, full of random characters, or leads to a completely different domain than you'd expect, do not click it. Another huge red flag is poor grammar and spelling. Large, reputable companies have teams of people who write and review their customer communications. While a small typo can happen to anyone, emails filled with grammatical errors, awkward phrasing, or strange capitalization are almost always from a scammer. They often use translation software, which results in unnatural-sounding language. Also, be wary of generic greetings. If an email from your bank starts with "Dear valued customer" instead of your actual name, it's a sign that they've sent the same message to thousands of people, hoping someone will fall for it. A legitimate company that you have an account with will almost always address you by name. They know who you are. Scammers, on the other hand, are just casting a wide net. Now, let's talk about what they're after. These phishing emails often try to lead you to a fake website. This is called a spoofed website. It might look identical to the real login page for your bank or your favorite online shop. It'll have the same logo, the same colors, the same layout. But it's a trap. When you enter your username and password on this fake site, you're not logging in. You're handing your credentials directly to the criminals. They can then use that information to access your real account, steal your money, or use your identity for other fraudulent activities. So, how do you avoid this? Never, ever click a link in a suspicious email to log into an important account. Instead, open a new browser window and type the website's address directly into the address bar yourself. Or use a bookmark you've saved previously. This ensures you're going to the real site, and not a cleverly designed fake. Phishing isn't just limited to email. It's also rampant on social media and through text messages, a practice known as smishing, short for SMS phishing. You might get a text that says you've won a prize, that a package is waiting for you, or that there's a problem with your account. Just like with email, these messages create a sense of urgency or excitement to get you to click a link without thinking. The same rules apply here. Be skeptical of unsolicited messages, especially those offering something that seems too good to be true. A free iPhone just for clicking a link? Highly unlikely. A delivery notification for something you didn't order. Suspicious. Check the sender's number. Look for strange links, and never provide personal information in response to a text message from an unknown source. If you think the message might be legitimate, like a notice from your bank, contact them directly through their official app or website, not by using the link or phone number provided in the text. So, how can we build a strong defense? The first layer of protection is using a good spam filter for your email. Most modern email providers like Gmail and Outlook have powerful filters that catch a lot of these phishing attempts before they even reach your inbox. But some will always slip through. So you are the final and most important line of defense. Second, enable two-factor or multi-factor authentication, often called 2FA or MFA, on all of your important accounts. This is a game changer for security. With 2FA enabled, even if a scammer steals your password, they still won't be able to log into your account. Because they and have the second piece of information, usually a code sent to your phone or generated by an authenticator app. It's a simple step that adds a massive layer of security. Please, if you take one thing away from this video, go and set up 2FA on your email, banking, and social media accounts right now. Another crucial habit is to keep your software updated. This includes your computer's operating system, your web browser, and your antivirus software. Companies regularly release updates that patch security vulnerabilities that scammers could otherwise exploit. Running outdated software is like leaving a window open for burglars. By keeping everything up to date, you're making it much harder for malware, which can be delivered through phishing links, to infect your devices. And speaking of software, be very careful about what you download. Phishing emails sometimes contain attachments that they claim are invoices, receipts, or important documents. These attachments often contain viruses or ransomware that can lock up your files or steal your data. Unless you are absolutely certain you know the sender and were expecting the file, never open an attachment from a suspicious email. Let's quickly recap the key warning signs of a phishing attempt. First, a sense of urgency or threats. Second, a suspicious sender address that's slightly misspelled or from a generic domain. Third, links that go to a different website than the text suggests. Fourth, generic greetings like "Dear Customer." Fifth, poor spelling and grammar. And sixth, unexpected attachments or requests for personal information. If you see any combination of these red flags, your scam detector should be going off. So what should you do when you spot one? Don't just ignore it. Report it. Most email clients have a report phishing or report spam button. Using this helps the email provider improve its filters to protect other users. You can also forward phishing emails to organizations that track these scams. For example, in the US, you can forward them to the Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@apwg.org. Finally, let's talk about education. The best defense is knowledge! Share this information with your friends and family, especially older relatives who might be less tech-savvy and more vulnerable to these scams. Have a conversation about the red flags we discussed. Show them how to check a sender's email address and how to hover over a link. The more people who know how to spot these scams, the less effective they become. Scammers rely on our ignorance and our busy lives to succeed. By taking a few extra seconds to be cautious and skeptical, we can protect ourselves and our sensitive information. It's about building smart digital habits that become second nature. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe online. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tips on navigating our digital world safely. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. If you have your own stories or tips about avoiding phishing scams, please share them in the comments below. Let's help each other out. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.